The coordinate plane is what allows us to give a visual to our algebraic equations that we've been dealing with. It's the link between algebra and geometry. So some basics. The coordinate plane has two axes that intersect at the origin. We have a horizontal one, which is called the x-axis, and a vertical one, which is called the y-axis. And like I said, the origin is the point that they meet at. This breaks the plane into four pieces, and these are called quadrants. Quadrant 1 is to the upper right, and then we move counterclockwise to get 2, 3, and 4. So, if I want to, I'm going to start by looking at graphing. Whenever I graph a point, we're going to move left or right first, and then up or down. So let's say I want to do the point 3, -4. So I would go right 3 and down 4. That's a point in quadrant 4. If I want to do -2, -1, -2 means left 2, down 1. That's in quadrant 3. 4, 0 would mean go to the right 4 and up 0. Things on the axes are not in any quadrant. This is just said to be on the x-axis. 3, 2 would go over 3 to the right and up 2 to this point, which is in quadrant 1. 0, -1, I go over 0 and down 1. That's a point on the y-axis. One more, over -3. -3, 1 would be left 3 and up 1 to be a point in quadrant 2. We can also graph regions of the plane. So let's say we want all the points x, y such that y is greater than or equal to 0. So above the x-axis up here is where y is greater than 0. Below is where y is less than 0. So we're going to shade where it's greater than 0. The or equal to, it's equal to 0 on the axis, so we're going to include the axis in our graph. So it would be everything on or above the x-axis. Another example, the set of all points x, y such that x is equal to 2. So if I draw my plane, I know I'm going to want x to be equal to 2. Well, this is a point where x is equal to 2, and it doesn't matter how far up or down I go, I'm not changing the x points. So this would just be a vertical line. The set of all points x, y such that -1 is less than x is less than 1. So if I draw my axes, here's where x is -1, and here's where it's 1. I do want all the points in between here. However, I don't want to actually include these points since it's strictly less than or greater than and not less than or equal to. If we don't want to include something like that, we use a dotted line. This indicates that it's going to be a boundary, but we're not actually going to include it. And then we want all of the things in the middle.